Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to our weekend stock market recap for September 19th. And you are all welcome to join. I'll wait for you guys. Let's invite our friends in Investigants. Hey guys, join me. Let's discuss your
Over. Yeah. You wanna eat?
Hello there. Welcome to our live. So if this is your first time to watch our video, by the way, this is Miss JD. I review the stock market every single day, as you can see on my channel. This is my channel, and I have very specific videos every single day. I just talk about stocks and some technicals, and we analyze each stock, and we have viewers who drop a comment and they suggest or request the stocks that they'd like me to review, and I prioritize them in my videos. So welcome. Let's wait for some of our friends to join. Let me know if the audio is okay. Checking here.
Most people and most businesses can shoot videos like this. You'd agree, right? But what they can't do is...
There, let's set up our tools so we could get started. Where can I see the... Okay, let's set up. Live chat. There you go. Let's take a look at some of the stocks, trending stocks that we have. So far I have reviewed almost all the stocks that you guys have requested, but I'd like to add more stocks in our review. Let's go all stocks here. So URC, we're done with that. We're also done with video. Let's take a look at SMPH. Still the selling pressure for SMPH is quite strong, right? Solid drop here. although there's a support formed at this level. So let us see if this support will hold, because right now we're just seated at a support area at the moment. So it's either we might see some instant reaction to this drop, or it might even break that. What's not good about the situation is that if it drops and breaks your 27.94, then chances are the next possible support here is already quite deep. As I can see, let's try to take a look at the weekly chart. I see one formed at the 26.80 yuan or 26.70. So just be extra careful, because looking at the weekly chart, we could, if that support level 27.94 won't hold, there could be some more declines in the coming days. And 26.78 is the nearest one. Sometimes when you want to validate your insights on a daily chart, try to expand it to a weekly chart, longer time frame, so that you have an overall picture of what the sentiment is all about. See this? The volume of the drop is quite high last Friday. What's in the news? Let's see what happened here. So far, I'm trying to do a deep dive here since I'm waiting for you guys, and I don't want to have a lot of dead air while waiting. By the way, drop a comment, say hi so I can recognize you. Okay. In the past 3 months, retained earnings, where is the retained earnings here? Okay, so far it's still on positive 10.37, but it has significantly dropped. Oh, not that much. Fiscal year audited year ending at 2019. Okay. Take a look at the news. SM Prime earnings nearly halved on mall closures. Yeah. So not looking good here, but that's just probably, if you want to trade this, just be on the conservative side. Just make sure you enter at a support level. And at the moment, we're trying to observe 27.94. And if you want, the best way to do this is try to wait for a green confirmation right at the support level before you enter. In this case, of course, there's a slight increase. So another thing to take note of is your MA20 line here. I'm using a Bollinger Band. Some people would like to use a different kind of indicator, but I don't want to complicate mine, and I just want to simplify my indicators. I'm already used to Bollinger Band RSI, and I just observe the volume and some candlestick patterns, and I just use that for my trades. Okay. Let's try some other stocks. Okay, let's go back to the all stocks. Let me know if you have your requests, guys. By the way, I have already reviewed several stocks since yesterday. I just want to make sure we are all prepared for Monday. So I try my best to review as many as I can, so that we could also reach your stock here. Let me see. So I talked about Cebu Pacific, Bloom. So these were the stocks I already talked about. Pure Gold here. So done with Pure Gold. AGI. Okay, let's talk about AGI. Okay, wow. So AGI here has already dropped so much, and well, we're very near that resistance area. So this has already climbed from this point. It did some sideways movement here, and it has already increased in price. So let's take a look. It is already a good 20% increase. So I just feel like for some traders, they might be taking some profit as we go near 7.52. There you go. Okay, so just be on the lookout. The moment, I'm not saying you take profit right away at the 752, but my recommendation is to be on a defensive mode. The moment you see a red candlestick forming here, what you can do is probably partially you lock in some profit. When I say lock in some profit, you exit some of your positions, and that is when you see a red candlestick forming, something like this. Okay, there was a green, but it did not sustain. Uh, and at this point, as we go near the resistance area, I suggest try to monitor the market and open it at a much faster time frame. If you see the overall sentiment declining, then that could be your cue. Okay, so let's try to observe, but foreign buying is also making the equation 50-50. So if there's really good volume here, the chances of it breaking your short-term resistance are really high, because overall, if you're going to engage in this stock on the long-term perspective, we still have a good payoff here. We're still at the somehow at the bottom. Okay. So hi. So our viewers are growing. Thank you guys. Why don't you say hi and probably drop some comments so I can recognize you. All right. So earlier, I joined a live session, and he's one of members of Investograms as well, and he was playing here. I'm not sure if you guys are also familiar with this. I think you are. It's just me that I have not really explored everything in Investograms. I only have one area that I normally visit, and that's the chart. So we were playing here. So if you guys are also into the trading grounds, there you go. So I was playing, and he was, we had this friendly game, and was challenging one another here. But if you want to, we can do that as well. In the meantime, I'll just review some of the stocks here. Okay. Probably we can test out some of the concepts here. Let's take a look at MBT. MBT has been on it's in an extended sideways movement right now. See that? So it's still, maybe what you can do here is just do sideways range trading. Okay, so our hint by Monday is if it goes beyond the 36.50, because look, it's trying to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, and you're at a very steady pulse here, moving sideways with very smooth movement. And last Friday we had an increase in the volume, and that could mean something already. Okay, with 69.9 million on foreign buying, that could already mean something. So I just feel like if it goes beyond 36.50, take advantage of that. That is already our cue that it will now move higher. Okay, so if not, if there's some more declines or rejection on that area, I'm thinking it will just drop and revisit your MA20 line, because we are already above it So I just feel like it will just revisit that area. It won't go back anymore because considering the current state of the country, we are already on GCQ. There are a lot of businesses that are already open, and I think there are already new businesses, in fact, that have already started to come out, new innovation. So the business is starting, or the economy is starting to recover. So I'm thinking if it will go back, of course, the banking, finance industry are also going to slowly recover. And I think that is the reason why um, the banks are also manifesting that. 35.02 is the nearest support I'm looking at because that is where your MA20 is. Okay, but really, if it goes beyond 36.50, that is considered, for me, that's already a breakout. That's a breakout of the sideways. So try to start accumulating. And hello, Glenn. Not yet. Well, I reviewed JFC here, in which, so I created 3 videos already since last Friday, but I can take a look at JFC for you. Let's take a look at JFC. Okay, JFC is not looking good. Okay, I see it dropping some more. Look at that. And if it is going to drop, I see a support forming at this level. That is the support I'm looking at. That's the nearest one. So I'm thinking if this is going to create a strong support, it might just go sideways within this area and then recover right away. Otherwise, if there's really strong selling sentiment, it might revisit two key levels here. First would be here, and worst is it will go back to the 90s, 94 area. But let us see first, because this is also a support. So this is how we screen our support and resistance. You go screen to the left. Do you see any consolidation near the area? So that's how you do it. And because we see this, that's your support. And then you screen again downwards, looking to the left. Do you see any significant area where you see consolidation? And here's another one, which is in line with this one. So that's our support. Okay, so it's really important. You don't, sometimes I'm able to trade without these indicators. I just look at support and resistance and I'm able to do it. And with continuous practice, you can easily spot support and resistances. Okay, so these are the key levels. Overall, between it being bearish or bullish, we're still on the bearish side. Okay, now let's take a look at BDO. I also reviewed that here. So we had a good, so I was reading one of the comments here. Okay, it's not in here, but in one of the videos, someone made a comment that BDO had a magic move, quite a wonderful move, last Friday. On the last 15 minutes from here, it was doing sideways here, and then all of a sudden it jumped. Last 15 minutes. So that's really good, and that could already mean something by Monday. And possible that it is respecting this key level over here, 87.83, as our support area. There's also a scheduled dividend. The release would be September 28th. Okay, you're welcome, Glenn. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope you stay. Okay. The next stock is, well, I already reviewed Vito. Let's check out ICT. ICT is already starting to show bullish movements. Overall, the trend is in an upward trend. However, we are currently very near a resistance, as you can see there. So I'm not saying it won't break that, but yeah, there's still some more potential here. However, we're very near. I just feel like at one point, any moment from now, this could experience some breakdown, and people will be taking profit. And I think just observe this key area for now. And if you see some red candlestick forming at this level, that means weakness is starting to manifest here. Look at this. Over here, declining momentum while the stock is already almost at the same area. So I just feel like any moment from now people will be taking profit there. AC. As for AC, okay, we managed to go beyond the MA20 line, and that could already mean something. Let's see if it will continue to push the price higher. You have foreign buying that happened here. 28, the volume is starting to increase. And let's use 600 just in case, because sometimes it can also have something like this, right? Slight overshoot and be higher than MA20. So I'm thinking let's just use this area. If you will still enter, 700 level would be, I think, a good level to try and do some test buys there. This could mean just a slight dip. Price range. Oops, 1 second. Let's do a Fibonacci retracement. Let's do a weekly. Oh, that looks like this is already a bounce, but still not out of the woods yet, because this is the downtrend resistance. So it has to first break that, right? It has to first break that for us to say, okay, there's a good breakout play here. In the meantime, let's try to measure that in our Fibonacci. Very near the area where we plotted it. Okay, so let me just remove this. Okay, so these are your key levels for a possible bounce. 711. If it goes lower than that, the next area to watch out for would be 651. And those are your key levels to enter. BPI. BPI. Let us see. It's trying to consolidate on a weekly chart. It is trying to consolidate at this area. See that? It's still moving sideways. So let us observe if it will continue to do that. The volume is already starting to accumulate, and we're already at the, still at the bottom section of the chart here. So we might see some possible push in the price in the coming days. Any news? Okay. Yeah, let's use 63.96 as our support area. Wow, CNPF. It bounced at the MA20 line. It might, if it breaks this level, we can create a higher high, which means that it's respecting your uptrend channel. This is, you can use this. Currently it is respecting your MA20 line. And then this one. That's on your daily chart. So most likely it'll continue to move in that pace. And hopefully it breaks out of that so we can have some more, a brand new wave. So a higher high. See that? You know what's interesting? During the period of the pandemic, there was just a not not a very the drop was tolerable, 34, but it only happened for several days. In fact, even before the quarantine, it happened before the quarantine, and then during the quarantine period, it it went up. So that's a good sign because this stock, knowing Century Pacific Food, I think they're the makers of Century Tuna. So I think it just makes sense that their revenue really soared higher because they produce canned goods, and these products have longer shelf life. And a lot of us, and I'm one of them. We bought a lot of supplies during that period, especially because we want to observe social distancing, and as much as possible, we have food stocks in the house. Hi, Mark. Good evening. LTG po and VLL. Yeah, sure. Let's do that now. Oh, LTG starting to move higher. But let us see, because here there is a possible resistance at this level. And how far are we from that? That's already 5.58% away from where we are at. So if there's good volume, but right now I don't see that much volume as of yet. We need to have a good catalyst here. So I think it'll just move within this range for now. Let's use this as our support and use MA20 line as our support, and then 9.39 as our nearest resistance. But if you'd like to invest in this stock for long-term purposes, we're still at a very cheap level right here. Okay, so try to first of all remind yourself what your objective is while you are entering in this stock. If you're in it for long term, I think there's nothing to be scared of because you're still at a cheap level right here. June, July, August, September. You know what's interesting? This stock also gives out dividend more consistently. Next one, VLL. VLL also starting to show some signs of recovery. We've been, if you already noticed here, we are still moving sideways, but we're now above the MA20 line, so that's a good sign. So I'm plotting this key level as our support, and if you want to start accumulating volume, I think this is still a good timing. At the same time, let's try and check. Okay, of course, the real estate industry was also affected. People are really more conservative in this period. They're not buying not a lot of people are buying properties. They're conserving their funds, but definitely this is a great opportunity because the price has already dropped so much here, and what, almost 50% more. Yeah, 56% drop. So it went back to a price level from when? From back in back in 2016. It went back to that price level. So if you're just starting to invest now, hopefully it did not happen this way, but we were given the opportunity to get in at a price from back in 3 years ago, even for some stocks back in 10 years ago. So really great opportunity. So just remind yourself why you're getting in there, and if you're getting in a stock because you want to invest for long term, don't be swayed by the heavy emotions of the people, especially here in Investigrams. There are a lot of people who are very vocal with their emotions, and sometimes you will be hyped. They either influence you to buy or to sell. So still, it's really important that you yourself know how to understand the chart. You read the news related to the companies you are engaged in. That way, you're, chill. The next one, Meg. Meg also starting to show some recovery here. Look at this from a constricted Bollinger Band, and we're starting to move above the MA20 line. So I think it's either it'll just move within this range here. So when you had a breakout, it moved higher and it retested it. It confirmed your previous resistance over here, became a support here. Actually here, and then retested again here. The volume is high. So I think it'll just stabilize at a 3.06 level, and then it will continue to move higher. And how far are we? Let's take a look. Wow, big drop over here. Hi, Kevin. Kevin Valpelagio. MAC, RCI, MRSGI. Okay, sure, I can do that. 3.06 for MAG, that is our support area. Let's take a look at MAC. As for MAC, let us see. Look at this, guys. So if you're using a Bollinger Band, you might have already observed this. When a stock is from a constricted view, normally there will be a big move right after that. Either way, big move to the upside or below that. But if it, that if it comes, if it's constricted, that's the next course of action. So one thing good in this stock is that we are higher than the MA20 line. We're starting to push the price at the upper band. So if it'll drop, I think it'll just stabilize at the MA20 level and then gain some more power and momentum right there and then push the price higher. The reason why I said that between it dropping and moving up, I think it'll move higher because we are technically already at the bottom here. So there's no way but up, right? So 4.88, that is the key area I am looking at. 4.87, that is. Okay, do you see that over here? This is what I was referring to. I'll give you an example here. This one is a different story. It came from a constricted band. Sure enough, it went up, but it did not sustain. It went up only for 2 days and then there's a decline. But another thing that you can take note of, it starts to trigger the lower Bollinger Band and then all of a sudden drop. The next one, RCI. RCI. Oh, no. Look at this. It broke the MA20 line. So what we can say at the moment here is it might test our support level right over here. See that? The reason why I'm saying that is our support is because 3 days straight it's been bouncing at that area. So it might retest that. check if it will create that bounce at the 1.10, because I think this is already at the bottom, right? We have already reached the bottom for this stock. Yeah. So wait for it. Don't take any action yet, because I think 1 or 2 days more, it can give you an opportunity at the 110 level. MRSGI. Are you guys also using trading grounds here? So I've tried this before, but today I was playing with one of the members here and I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to play. We can also, just a friendly game. We can also challenge one another. So I just really got excited and I enjoyed the friendly competition. And sometimes he wins, sometimes I am the winner. But really, it's the concept of practicing, right? It's you're exercising your brain during this period so that we retain that muscle memory when we study our charts. For MRSGI, what I can say here is that we are continuously moving sideways. So I feel like it might continue to move in that direction. And 1.39, I feel it is already a strong support. And looks like we will no longer drop. Looks like it, yeah. Looks like this will already hold. So you can probably one solid green here. If you see one solid green, that could be a confirmation that it is a good time to enter. Okay. But there's only a few trades here, so it might take some time before price moves higher. You're welcome, Kevin. One last, I was able to review all your requests. HLCM for Glenn. Oh, bounce. This is a bounce. There was just a slight overshoot below the MA20 line, because that can happen too. I feel like 5.52, that is our support area. And I feel like, wow, there's 2.5 million on foreign buying. So I just feel like there will be some bullish actions that will happen come Monday. So I'm not sure where you entered. What's your average here, Glenn? I hope you had a good average here. Because look at that. It has dropped a lot and we're already at a very discounted level. Hi, Bisayang Dako. How are you? Let's check out tech. By the way, if you have not watched my previous video, since yesterday I was already able to review these stocks. You can just check out these videos. Some of your stocks may already be covered here, but you're very much welcome to request them here now. Okay, for tech. Okay, so as you can see for tech, we had a gap up. And normally I'm a big believer of filling the gap. And it is actually happening at the moment. That is what's happening right now. So, and also there's an MA20 line here. So that could be a good support. Okay. So I know there's another from here to here. That's still part of the gap. But because we have an MA20 line here and this used to be a resistance, I just feel like if it is going to drop, 5.82 is a big possibility for a possible support. So that's one key area to monitor. So I think 1 day or two, sometimes in just a span of 1 day, it touches that and quickly it recovers within the day. So just observe. So Glenn mentioned 559 for, was that HLCM? So here, let's see. 5.59. I think that's a good area. That was a good catch. Very good catch. So you're positive here. 5.59. You are already positive by 3%. Nice. Just carry on. Just hold on to your position. I think there's a lot more great opportunities for this stock to move higher some more. Okay. By the way, are you guys familiar with this? We can have a friendly game and practice our trading skills here. Let me know if you want to do live practice in the trading grounds. Yeah, good job, Glenn. I think you are already a veteran trader. Good. It really shows, you have a plan right here and it manifested in your entry. Good job here. Okay, so I was sharing earlier. So if you guys don't have a request, I'll continue. But I'd like to, I want to make this fun. If one of you guys is interested, we can have a friendly match here. I can look for you and we can do a match here. So this is what we did earlier. It was Pedro Begones. He's also he has a channel and we were playing earlier. Okay. So if this is your first time to see this section over here, you can have a practice mode and a challenge here. Let's have a practice mode for now. Okay, don't judge me, guys, okay? Let's start a practice. I don't know which stock is this. Okay. Let's try to set up our RSI first. Earlier I did this without any indicators. Let's try buy. Ay, mali. What did I do? Did I sell? Ah, okay. I just clicked sell. Next. See that? Have you tried this, guys? It blocks the screen. Next day. This stock's not looking good. Let's try this. Wow. I think this is something that a lot of us. Oh, you have not tried it yet? You can go to. Um, Let me just share how I reached this section. So you go here from Investograms. At least you could practice. You could practice without having to use, your real money. You can apply the trades. You see this part? Trading grounds. If you go to the home page, you will see trading grounds right here. And then it will route you to this section. Yun. And you can even look for people here. Um, but I just really tinkered with this today. Challenge. Who do I challenge? This one, for example. And you can look for the person you'd like to challenge for the day. Yan. Hi Samuel. Good evening. C and AXLM. I created a video for you, Samuel. It's actually here. Here. C is here, but I did not review AXLM. Let's review that first. AXLM. Oh, I just feel like for some reason, because in the Philippine market, a 5.76% increase is already a significant amount. And normally when that thing happens, there's an outright profit taking that will happen. So my take on this is that just in case the market gives you a chance, because this stock is already in an uptrend. So I just feel like there's a big chance that it'll push the price higher, but within the day, people will be taking profit. So if at any point in time, it drops lower than 2.57, anywhere from 2.57 to 2.46, that would already be a good entry price, as I feel like you are still right there at the bottom, very cheap level. So you can start accumulating. One thing that is not covered in our discussion, though, is of course our fundamental analysis. We have to read the news, we have to check PSE Edge and see, really understand the financial health of the business. So far, 2.46 is the support that we are looking at. See that? By the way, if this is your first time to watch our video, I'm inviting you guys to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're always updated when I have new videos. And of course, let's check out IDC. This is a request from Super Rookie. IDC. IDC, oh, still sideways. This is what I was referring to. Look at this one, guys. This is an 11% increase, and all of a sudden, people will be taking profit right away. So right now, I feel like it has created a higher low. You had your previous resistance right here. And so when it managed to break out of that, your previous resistance, when it revisits, it now becomes your support. And I think that is our nearest support at the moment, 1.94. So I hope you were able to enter at a much lower price. And I hope you're already profitable. Mm-hmm. And I think overall it will continue to move higher. It's just that it might take a few days or weeks before it continues to move up. Overall, look at that. Very, very smooth sailing sideways. Then 1.94 could be our support. So if you have already added volume right here, I think this could be a good area to add some more. Some people would like to wait for a green candlestick to form just to confirm that bounce, because in some occasions your support could also be broken, so that's why they use that method. Hi Miss JD, thanks. Pa-support naman ng YouTube channel ko under my name, Benjamin Teodoro. Ayan guys, Benjamin, Samuel Teodoro and Benjamin Teodoro, they're just one, and he's also starting a channel. There you go. You can probably click his name, or you can search him in YouTube and you can be routed. He's also reviewing stocks. Okay. You're welcome. How long have you been in the stock market, guys? So just want to know. I know some of you are already experts, right? You're 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 taking you're taking advantage of your weekend downtime to study some more. That's why you're here on YouTube, and I'm really glad that the community is now starting to grow. Previously, stock market is so intimidating, really hard um, to study because we don't have resources available, and sometimes the tuition fee is really really expensive. But now we have a lot of free resources available on the net. Like myself, I share what I know. Wow, Samuel, since 2008, started as a fundamental investor. Nice. So we could really learn a lot from you, Samuel. You've been through the worst financial crisis back in 2008, and you managed to get through that. And I bet you've learned a lot, and I hope we could also see that in your future videos. Maybe you can create a video from it. How to manage out of how to survive a financial crisis in the stock market, because at the moment we are still in that situation, and it's just our conviction, you know, that is really making us hold on to whatever beliefs that we have in our stocks. We look at their fundamentals, and while the others are fearful, this is the time that we are really most active in investing. And hopefully, we are really going to get through this. And for all of us, I think this is going to be very, the success is going to be very, very sweet if all our stocks are going to recover, and we manage to enter at a very low level. So maybe that's something you can share. Yeah? Nice. We're really looking forward to that, because as for me, I'm close to 3 years in trading the market. And my first objective why I'm doing this is for myself. Back in August, I started my YouTube channel, and the reason why I did that is I just want to document my thoughts, my technical analysis on these stocks, because right after the market closes, I go back to these videos that I was making, and I compare the result. And I created that habit. To this day, I'm still doing that. Some of these stocks I'm reviewing, most of them are requests from you guys, and I'm empowering you to also do the same. Probably you can visit my videos, the stocks that I have reviewed for you. Go back to it right after the market closes and check if our analysis is moving accordingly. Mentor niyo po ba si Sir Lloyd? I'm really thankful for him, because when I was really new, I was watching his videos as well. No, I'm not his student, but I've learned a lot from him, and I think it's my way of paying it forward to also share what I have learned from these videos. And yeah, and I like that there are a lot of people now also starting their own YouTube channel, and I am thinking in the next 5 years, the investors from the workforce community of the country are going to increase in volume, because before, really, only the rich people know this, because people think that it's really hard and you need a lot of money. Yeah, true. You can be, you will see a much better payoff if you influence. I know I was reading. If you have a large sum of money. Just imagine a 1 million, a 1% of 1 million is how much? Or 10% of 1 million is already what? 100,000? Tama ba? 100,000. But if you invest like 10,000, what is 10% of that? That's just 1,000 pesos. So really there's a big difference. If you have a big capital, then of course slight movement in the market, there's already a big income there. But like what I've said, I'm part of the workforce. I still have a job. I'm doing a regular job and have this on the side because my main objective is I want to really invest so that I could achieve financial freedom soon, right? I don't have to work really to the senior years of my life and retire late. We are doing this because we want to retire younger and we have financial freedom younger. So we're doing this because of that. So let me just read through your messages. Pure Gold po, thank you. And what is the effect of FTCE rebalancing? Ayan, buti na lang. Samuel is here. He's really very good at fundamental analysis. Maybe you can also share your thoughts, Samuel. I was influenced by my wife, who was the portfolio manager in Universal Bank. Wow! Parehas po kayo style, strats po kay KY. What's KY po, Pia? Yeah. This is a good YouTuber, and I think he also conducts mentorship program. And maybe someday I can also look into that path. But right now, I'm just doing this as a hobby. I still do this just to document my thoughts in my analysis because I wanted to really see I want my accuracy rate improve as we gain tenure. So Lance Mendoza has a question about rebalancing. Let me check here. Pure Gold. Oh, Pure Gold. I'm just looking at it in a technical as a technical analyst using the chart here. Okay, so what I can see at the moment is that since we're moving below the MA20 line, there's the slight bounce here is actually it has created a lower high. So that means we might trigger some more downward movement in the coming days for this stock. You see that? And two things can happen. We might see this stock revisiting 47.26, if I'm not mistaken, because I already reviewed this. This one over here, 46.68. If it drops at that level and bounces, then good. Maybe what you can do is just wait for it to really test this area first before you take any action. For now, I just feel like there will be some more selling sentiment because this stock has already increased in size. I mean in price. Okay. So what is in the news? Let's see. Where did you get the info? I think it bounced on kaya po pala. Kaya po pala. Kaya po pala. I think it bounced on MA100. Let me add MA100. Ay, moving average. At 100. Ayun, may MA pala dito. Okay, let us see first, because normally I'd wait for it to bounce at that area, but I see this. Look at this. I think this is a strong support. It might give us a slight overshoot there. Nag-bounce siya dyan, pero babalik siya ulit dito. So you can observe that too. Ayan pala, pwede rin. Pwede. May resistance ka here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart so we have a clear picture of the direction. Yan, this is your MA20 there. Pwede. Yan, good info. Lance, at what price did you enter? What was your entry price here? But I think at the moment, because if you're a position trader, you'd find this area as a bit expensive already. But if you're a a long-term investor here, you'd see the potential of the company, and regardless, most likely, you'll find this attractive. But for position traders, this is already a bit expensive. But let's wait to see another green candlestick forming either at this level, 47.80 or 46.68. Those are your key levels to monitor, because we might have something like this. See that? It bounced there and then continued to move higher. And then just lock in some profit at the resistance levels where you see some signs of weakness. 48. Oh, which is very close to this support where we pegged at. Yeah. So I bet you entered last September 17th, if I'm not mistaken. HLCM po, Miss Ma'am. Yeah, I already reviewed HLCM earlier. Let me just go back to that. Ayan, 5.52. That's a key level for HLCM. Possible support there. Okay. Pure gold. Very, very profitable during this pandemic. MRC. Hi, Steven. How are you? Let's take a look at MRC. Oh, MRC might trigger some declines. It dropped by 4% and breaking the MA20, triggering a downtrend here. Half of the candlestick is lower than the MA20, so two things can happen. Okay, try to observe what happens around 0.2319. If we don't see a bounce right there, then it could be your opportunity to enter at a much lower price if 0.23 is broken. Now, to really understand where we are at, try to expand it and look at it here. See, there's an MA20 right here. I think there's a big chance that it can also revisit your 0.19 level if the 0.23 area will not hold. There, 0.1978, in case it breaks the 0.23 level. What is your average here? I also have an MRC. Actually, averaged down and already took profit. So the amount I entered around 0.18 level. I took profit when it reached 0.24, if I'm not mistaken, or 0.22. And with me entering at 0.18, it lowered my cost average. Now I'm just waiting for it to move higher. But if in case it drops some more, I will just add more volume so that it will continue to lower down my cost average, but the volume is not that much. We're just trading small amounts here. There. You're welcome, Super Rookie. Super Rookie, how long have you been in the market? How long have you been trading in the market? Steven, how about IRC? Sige, let's check that out. Oh, volume starting to decline here. Not 93 trades. This one, guys, check that out. Volume starting to decline. And your trigger here was actually during this period here. When the price increased, your RSI was already going down. And then the very first red candlestick, first two red candlesticks could have already been your trigger that, hey, it will have some more bearish sentiment in the coming days. So what we are looking at right now is the probability of it dropping some more and revisiting our MA20 area, which is very near. Actually, it could also mean this key level, which is the area where it is at right now. That could also be a possible area of support. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight, it's been just moving within that range. So hopefully it will continue to push the price higher, just gaining some more momentum right at this level. You had your resistance right here. See that? That was your resistance. And now we managed to break out of that. It's revisiting that key level and hopefully it pushes the price higher. But just let's see first. Okay. Right now let's plot 1.20 as our support. How far are we from the previous high? What's the catalyst for IRC? See. Do you have any idea what's the catalyst for the IRC? Do you think it's just waiting for MA20 before it goes up? I think this MA20 right here is going to be an important influencer here. Sometimes it doesn't really touch the MA20, but as we go near the MA20, which is happening at the moment, you see that we're very near. And then they create some stabilization. It bounces right at that area. It doesn't follow that it will really touch it. Look at this. It went near your MA20 and then bounced. So I think it will just create sideways here as MA20 approaches. Then it will continue to push higher. Just continue to monitor this. We don't really have, I don't see any big news here. Let's try to check what the other, sometimes it also pays to look at the thread here because they share some news, but I'm not really I'm not a consistent at looking at the thread here in Instagrams. I'm really dependent on my own analysis. Be extra careful with what people say here because sometimes they just hype. But I appreciate these people doing charts. See that? You have the same outlook here. Price was moving higher, this one. And look at your MACD here. Blue crosses the red, downtrend. Okay, no other news. What is this? How to trade in stocks? Oh. Two years po. Invest ipit. Pero now more on technicals na po ako. Subtrain po. Okay. Subway. Yeah, but it might take some time. Pero I just feel like, that's really the main beauty of investing. Well, people are still, uh, well, the stock is not that popular yet. It's best that you start accumulating volume, because once the stock becomes popular, it in just a matter of days it could give you 20-30% increase. And now that you have um, started entering at a key level, then chances are it will push the price. I mean, you will be very profitable. Another thing that I'd like to share to you is this stock. This stock has, I'm just basing mine in technicals. This stock has really dropped so much here right after they got kicked out of the index. But one thing to take note of here is the CEO and some of the big names in the company are buying shares. 50,000 shares, the VP for procurement and logistics at 988. Almost every day you will see that. You will see official officers buying shares, even the CEO. Konsunji, 317,000 shares at 980. See that? So I just feel like one of these days this stock is just going to fly. Which stock have you observed internal buying happening at the moment? Let's see Dito. Dito, I also this one is really, I'm also invested in Dito. This one is for my long term. I know it's speculative, but let's see if it will give us some profitable gains someday. I'm looking at the possible potential of the third telco here. Let us see. Wala. Would you know any stock where you have internal buying happening at the moment? Buybacks is an indication that something big is cooking with the stock. Examples are AGI and SEC. Ayan, tingnan natin si AGI. Share buyback. Ooh! In the past, how many days? Yeah, I agree. Share buyback normally happens when see that, very promising. September 16, several active purchases. If I can remember it right, 2 years ago, FBBA or FNI. So another promising key level as well for AGI here. So I was mentioning this, I think, earlier in my previous video. I said we're very near a resistance, but because we're still at the very bottom, you might as well wait for the breakout to happen just to confirm another wave here, because sometimes people will be taking profit and it will give you an opportunity to get in at a much lower price. But I just feel like if it'll drop maybe around 6.94, 6.90 area, that could be the possible bounce level. MA20 crosses MA100 from AOTS level. There. Any other requests, guys? By the way, Samuel also has a YouTube channel. So you're welcome. Whoever has a YouTube channel here, You can just drop a comment. I can give you a special shout out there. Let's see this. By the way, if this is your first time to watch our video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also support Miss JD. We have a super chat right at the bottom. If you want to click the super chat, you can also support Miss JD. Let's take a look at the other stocks here. SECB. Grabe si SECB, still on sideways. This stock is already, what's interesting here is that this stock is already positive, right? It gained good financials, but still the sentiment is poor. I don't know why. It's really probably overall the finance sector or the banking sector has been badly hit. So I still consider this as, sideways, still sideways for this stock. The key thing here is this 93.14 really must hold. Because if it starts to trigger downward, it might give us some more downtrend. Next stop would be 87.33, and then worst is 77. But I think this is the lowest it could reach, 77. Okay. Do we have any other requests? Let me Bayanihan Act 2 po kasi. And what do you mean? What's Bayanihan Act 2 po kasi? MA. Let's practice. Quick match challenge. Home. What is this? Rank game. Let's go back home. Practice mode. Can you check all HC? Bank sector. Yeah, bank sector apektado. What stocks are you holding? I have BDO, JFC, Dito, SEC, MRC. Yeah, yun. What about you guys? What are the stocks you're currently holding? JFC, my JFC is not looking good. But still, I believe in JFC. Even if they're badly hit right now, the company for sure will recover. So, yun nga eh. I checked that yesterday. Dito pala today I checked that. Yun, I was even thinking that if this 126 won't hold, it might go back to 109 and 94. So I'm just staying, loose on the sideline for JFC for now, and I'm looking at BDO and BDO Dito and SEC. Ano to? IFIB? Is that a... It's not very popular. Is that a stock? Lance, what's that? What's Fibonacci? Okay. Yeah, tingnan natin. Ooh. Remove ko muna to. This yellow line. But I don't really have plans of exiting JFC anytime soon, kaya I don't really mind. This one. $125. Yeah, around that key level. 128. Pwede, 0.618 bounce, 114. Sana, hopefully. So my rule of thumb is I just get part of my salary and I invest it every payday. So whoever has the better looking setup at that time, then that's where I put it. But I don't really maintain it, a lot of stocks because it's really difficult to manage. One thing that I think I can say I had a good strategy in averaging down was with my MRC, and I'm waiting for it actually to drop some more, para I could even lower it down. I'm thinking, sana if it can drop as low as 19, so I can add some more. But this one kasi I still find it a little bit expensive. I just feel like hopefully it drops a little bit more so we can average down here. 0.19. Totoo. I so agree. Kaya, chill lang. Huwag maging aligaga. My average right now in MRC is around 0.2590 or 0.26, around that level. So, dito siya. Kasi previously, nasa 0.36 yata yun eh. Tapos naabutan ako ng drop ng dito sa quarantine. And then I waited. This was a good moment for me here. I was able to enter around the 0.18 level here and I was able to exit. Kaya nag-lower down yung average. Naka-exit ako on the second day of this ceiling play. So we'll just wait for it to be lowered down again, and then hopefully when that happens, it's gonna be payday, so we can add more. Dapat no pressure lang. Yan. So some people would be very, very interested and very excited to quit their jobs and do full-time trading. I don't recommend that because trading alone is super draining in terms of emotions, right? Sometimes you take action based on your impulse. How much more if you rely your everything in here? Then the pressure is too strong that you might be, it doesn't happen every day where you have very profitable trades. So if that is your main source of income, it's going to be very difficult. You might be trading using your impulse, but if you have your other source of income and you have this on the side, it makes trading and investing an enjoyable task. It's not even a task. For me, it's more of a good hobby to have. See, Samuel, you're back in your Benjamin Chidoro now. So Benjamin is also Samuel Todoro. I think this is his real channel. I see JFC supported the 125 area. If this holds, there is a possible bounce. True. Na-check mo na po ba SSI, Steve, from Steven? Not yet. Let me check that. Oh, nag-revisit siya sa. So it revisited very near the MA20, which is also, I think that's a key level at the same time. Right? This used to be a support right here. And some stabilization that happened here, support here as well. I think something good might be happening in this key area as well. 1.13. Let's see if it will sustain. It'll create a support at that level. Overall, look at that. Very smooth sailing sideways here. What's the catalyst there? Oh, another thing to look at. Check this out. Volume starting to pick up here. And then when it dropped, the drop is not that much. I mean, the volume of when price declines. That means people are still holding onto their position right there. I'd have to say at the 1.13 area, maybe on Monday, if you see some more buying sentiment happening at 1.13 or higher, that's when you enter. Some people would like to do it end of day trading. They let the market do its thing the entire day, and then probably last 30 or 45 minutes of the day, that's when you see the overall sentiment of the market. And from there, let's say most of the action is happening higher than 1.13, that could already be a good entry for this stock. Nice. Ganda yan, Bermans pang regalo. Home. Let's check home. I know I reviewed this in my other stock as well. Home is trying to do some consolidation right here. We're currently seated at a possible support. You see this? There was a long consolidation that happened here. I think this will create a solid support at the 5.73 area. 4.21 million on foreign buying. That's a good sign. So, nice. Luxuries. What are you referring to, Lance? Ganda yan, Bermans pang regalo. Any news for home press? We're all home to boost sales through new channels. What is this news all about? You know, most of the time when I do live, you guys are sharing good insights and good information, because with me fully concentrated on my work during office hours, I am not able to read all these news. So what does it say here? All home to boost sales through new channels. Home improvement and furniture retailer expect sales to grow in the coming months through new shopping channels and through ties. Yeah. This is what you're referring to, Lance. Because a lot of people, there will be a higher spending come months. Hopefully, it's still the same, but knowing the situation right now where a lot of people lost their jobs, I'm not sure if still the same setup will happen. But definitely, us Filipinos, we have our way of celebrating. Even in the middle of a crisis, we can still manage to do that. And so I feel like there will be some positive impact to this in all home. Luxury item po, SSI. What's the business model of SSI? Let's go PSC Edge. SSI. So SSI in 2007 to carry on a principal business of brand management and specialty retailing of established international brands. Nice. Oh, these. Makes sense. Only if, right? Hopefully, we have some recovery in the employment and the employment of the people. So of course these items could easily be these are good items for gift ideas, but if we're still in this period, not sure. Let's see, tingnan natin SSI, but looking at the chart, sideways tayo, so we might observe first 1.13 area. Arid acquires, oh yeah, this one, yung Teleperformance ba yun? I believe they acquired uy, ang ganda in fairness, this used to be Resistance and we managed to break out of that. 25.82. Pwede pa, ang ganda pa ng position mo dito. SSI reduced its capex. Would this affect? Consult natin si ano. Where is Benjamin? What is your take on this for SSI? Oh, by the way, hi, Yuri. Sec B. Yep, I checked that, but I can check that again for you. Ayan, this is our support, 93.14. Currently, it's still doing sideways. Financial condition of the company is still looking good. It's just the industry or the sector where it is at right now, or with it, which is part of, is greatly affected by the situation right now. That's why people are still on the conservative side. But really, for me, my take on this is the best time to start accumulating volume, to be honest. I'm parking your question, Steven. I need to really check that first. Baka ma-quote ako eh. Can you give us more insights about this? Luxury retailer. Ito. Basahin natin itong news na to. Luxury retailer SSI cuts capex to 400 million. Total capex budget for 2020 is now at 400 million from an original budget of 1.2 billion. SSI Vice President for Investor Relations. The adjusted capex is 58% lower than the company's 2019 capex of 961 million. We also continue to look for ways to cut costs. Yeah. So they know that their revenue has been badly affected. So everything, all operational costs are also being managed right now. So I think they're just being wise with their moves because they're preserving their capital here. Yeah, conservative pa rin. Because right now, just look at it in a bird's eye view. Who would buy a Gucci bag in this time of crisis, right? Who would buy, ano ba ang ibang brand nila? Um, Forgot what are the other brands, but very, Zara. People will not be buying those luxury items right now, even if they have the means. Everyone is very careful in managing their finances. ICT po parang mag-break out ng accumulation ba si Sept kahit red volume? I'd say, yeah, it's still accumulation yan. Basta just use 93.14 as our support right now. If it goes against our bias, then maybe you can just cut loss if your intention is just to trade it. Don't wait for it to go on a big negative, because it's really difficult for you to exit that. Ano yun? ICT on a breakout. Parang mag-breakout na. Yeah, but there are so many false alarms. That's why we really need to see a confirmation. We have to see it breaking out of the 109, 110 level first. What's best is you have one full candlestick formed in this area. As in full candlestick, not 50-50. Like half of the body is still here because it's not a confirmation yet. So wait for it to go beyond 110 level. A negative price earnings ratio indicates a loss on its latest financials. Earnings per share is a negative 0.21. Oh, there you have it. The expert has spoken. Yes. Yan. Tingnan natin si SSI. Let's take a look at SSI. -5. Grabe, no? Big drop. Lance MM tulog po and tightening of band. Ano po tingin nyo? Sabog pataas o pababa? Yan. I like looking at, I like to monitor very constricted Bollinger Bands. Kasi normally, dyan talaga mag-erupt siya. It's either going up or going down. I exited my chart pala. Mary Mark, no? Ah, sideways siya dyan. Let's take a look. Nako, 50-50. Let us see. But you know what? This really has to break that MA20 first. One thing I don't like about what I'm seeing here is this MA20 pointing downwards. So parang it's respecting MA20 as a resistance at the moment. Look at that. So it has to really break out of that first. Pwede kang gumawa ng ganito. Yeah, and if it breaks out of that, then that's your sign. You can enter. Kasi talagang asymmetrical ang shape niya ngayon eh. So, talagang 50-50 siya. On ICT, ano meron kay MRC? Yan, that's a good question. Kasi last week ko pa, last Friday, ang dami kong nababasa dito for MRC. Parang someone mentioned that they are going to give out ano daw, dividend. Hindi ko lang 100% sure, nabasa ko lang dito. Once and for all, let's put this into facts. MRC and PTNT are not subsidiaries of neither one. They're only majority owned by Menlo Capital. MRC is not under. Okay, fine. Retail traders of MRC are in the hopes that one day PTNT will be infused into MRC, especially now that MRC is turned to a holding company. That hope has been there since 2018. Is it possible? Anything is possible, but for now there is no clear direction. And also note PTNT wants to get trading resumed. If that's the case, MRC will no longer need to be in play. Nonetheless, I believe MRC will be a good long-term fundamental play stock. Technically, it might go down further. So this is as per Bullseye Trader. Yeah. So almost similar sentiment that we have here. It might go down. Ay, nawala na yung ginawa nating drawing. So I'm thinking, sige pa, let's read some more. Old news, no hype. Oh. Medyo taglid na target yan, boss. Yeah, just trade this stock for now. Nilamon ni AC Energy si MRC when it comes to solar renewable energy. They don't have any single solar farm. They just installed solar panel roofing on small business establishment. Nasabi niya dito. His chart is so small. On ICT, well, it is short candles that meron volume, so baka mag-break out in the coming days. Let's check that again. Small, ayan, ito to. Are you referring to this last day? Yeah, volume is there. Pero may insider buying ata si Sir Inja, 3.03. Are you referring to Mary Mart? Tingnan natin. Ay. Oops. Open in the other tab. Ayun, no? Another insider moves. Pag ganito, on the lookout ka na. Because definitely, these insider moves, they know that the potential of their company is really, there's a big potential in the company. That's why they're investing on it, because they feel that the price right now is still at a cheap level for what it can become someday. Yeah. Who has Mary Mart here? Are you guys holding on Mary Mart? Ilang beses kaya siya bumili? Unusual price movement 3 months ago. What else? Meralco. How's Meralco? I think Meralco is also showing some signs of recovery here, you know. This is a short-term resistance, but Meralco is, for me, it's not for short-term. Meralco is for long-term. So if you're looking at it on a long-term perspective, still a good level to start buying some more volume here. Maybe you can wait for it to bounce around the MA20 line. See that? Bounce around the MA20 line if you have some more opportunities that, when it retraces. But if it breaks out of 278, I think that's a good breakout game or play. 281. Very thin on candlesticks, a preview of a major breakout soon. O, diba? Promising talaga siya. So, it's still, I see this level as a resistance at the moment, but it's very, very tiny move, and that could already trigger the next sentiment. We're very near that, eh? Oh. Siguro if it starts around 305 and then more action happens higher than that, then expect for it to really push for more to the upside. Hi Thomas, can you look at PS Bank if the dividends are okay? May atraso si MVP. Ano nga bang kung PS Bank? PS Bank. Ito yun, diba? Philippine Savings Bank. Ay. Is this the one? Tama, diba? 2 trades lang. For me, I'd say 0.75, 0.75. May 11.42% pala siya dyan, no? Parang every October, November, December, parang every 3 months, no? 0.75, 0.75. So if you have, lagay natin 0.75, and it gives out every quarter. 3 divided by, if kung nabili mo siya at 49.95, 6% yield per year. Okay naman, pero it might take some time, yo. If you're invested in a bank, I'd suggest try to engage in more popular banks because the movements are faster there. If you want to exit, your orders can easily be executed. Here, even if you want to take profit, but if there are no traders willing to buy, you'll be stuck still. But if you want to be a long-term investor for this stock, yun, 6% yield per year. Better than the interest per, the gains that you can get from the banks. Way bigger. Ano pa ba? UBP. Ito. 350. Feb. Once a year lang. East-West. Wala. Si BDO kasi hindi eh. Liit magbigay. Pero consistent naman. 0.30 times 4 divided by 89. If you're able to get it at 89. Oh, kaliit. Okay, someone was asking about SMC. Oo nga eh, diba? Dapat we need to have, we need to trade in stocks that have more volume. Any insights? SMC po, ang dami na kasi catalyst but until now hindi pa din tumataas. Oo nga, ang kulit nitong SMC. Pag abot ng 100, magbagsak ulit. Ayun no, still sideways. I think it's waiting for it to be very, very constricted before it gives us that sudden move. Parang ganito. And then move higher. But I think this support right here is going to hold. Ang tagal na dyan, dapat ang strong na dyan. 0.35 as well. Yan. So we're still, for me, this stock is, look at it for long term. And like what you mentioned, there are so many catalysts for this stock, right, Steven? I'm thinking like airports, right? Ang Bulacan Airport, I think it's their project as well. Ano pa? So when those companies become, those projects become live or become operational, I think this is when we will see it really moving higher. Grabe, parang nag-reset yung price eh. This 0.35 also gives out quarterly. 0.35 times 4 divided by 99. Liit. Is one of the stocks giving good dividends, Meralco? Let's see. Let's check that out. Ito meron siya. 5. Ano to? I can't see the dividend. Let's see this. I can't see the amount here. So I have to zoom. Yan. 4.6. Every quarter din ba siya? March, April, May, June, July, August. Parang 3 times. Is it giving out 3 times a year? Parang twice a year. So 10. Tama ba? 5 plus 5, 10. 10 divided by 278. 3.5. Itong astig. If you're going to buy, ito lang kasi na-capture ko eh, pero 1.25 siya, tapos it's at the lowest level right now. So if it's just giving 1.25 divided by 9, that's 13%. Pero once a year lang. And if you get it at this level, that's already a 13.8%. So if it goes higher, hindi natin alam. It could, if they become profitable, may month dito na, yan, may 300% pa sila. May 5 pa sila. So I'm looking for that stock because I'm also highly considering stocks with good paying dividend. IDC po, 35% po dividend. Oh. Once a year, 45. 2018. Pero consistent ba siya? 2018, 2019. Hala. Hopefully, no? Once a year and we're approaching November. So parang may trend sila na November. Hindi kaya. This one happened January and then this one happened November. None yet for the month of for year 2020. Sige. Sige. We'll definitely look into this. Ang ganda kasi na setup niya, oh, bottom. We're here at the very bottom of the stock. Parang good price level to start accumulating volume. What do you think? Diba? So parang yung ratio mo, if you invested 1.98, you could get 35% halos every year. Good one. Good one. Yeah, we'll look into this. May isa akong pinasukan in the US market here. Into renewable energy, the stock is not very popular, but the business itself is into renewable energy. It's OKE. That's the stock. Yeah, and also doing sideways right now. Tapos, 0.94 siya. 0.94. Giving out April, May, June, July. Parang it's consistently giving out every quarter. So, pag 0.94 times 4, 3.76, and the price right now is at $27. 13% din. Pero syempre, small volume lang tayo. Wala naman tayong malaking capital. So, yun lang. DMPA1, divs has no final run. What's run? So I'm striking a balance between stocks that I can trade, stocks that are for dividend, and one speculative. I treat dito as a speculative stock. Pero medyo malaki kasi yung potential yan. Tingnan lang natin kung it will pan out really well. Very lang naman, I diversify para hindi masyadong masakit mo whatever happens. But we're banking on that dito, hopefully. It will give us some good gains there. Anong run, Steven? Taas din niya, oh. What's the business of this company? Are you guys also trading, oo nga, sobrang akit niya na eh. So high, also with renewable energy. I see. Are you also trading the US market, guys? Ayan, si Benjamin. Are you trading the US market as well? Can you share, are you doing this full-time, Benjamin? Si Benjamin kasi ano yan eh. Always supporting Miss JD. Watching our videos. Yeah, renewable energy, Steven mentioned. Naghanap pa ako. Tesla. Tingnan natin kung kumusta na. Taas niya eh. Apple. Yan, downtrend pa. Excuse me. 0.82 times 4 divided by 106. 3% each. Which stock in, sabi nila ano daw eh, J&J also good for dividend. 1, so around $4, around 4% din. Pero I'll monitor this, i-monitor ko to si ano. Watch ko tong IDC. Add stock. IDC. Hanap tayo magandang entry dyan. Ay, ano ba yan? Hindi ko na to na-update yung ano ko eh. Yung watch list. Sino i-remove ko? CRC. Bababa pa siya. So, I'll change this to, check natin si IDC. Delete. And add IDC. Do you have any idea, guys, if I use the screener? Kasi parang ayaw niya i-activate. Ito kasi hindi ko gets to. Kailangan ko pa mag-activate ng screener. 1.94. Any insights po sa GRA graph? Yes, full-time since retired this year. Wow! No, walang budget. Full-time. So, this is your first year to go full-time in trading. How's the experience so far? Whole day doing this? Ako very, very small lang talaga tinitrade ko. I'm still in the, you know, I want to make sure my moves are accurate. Accuracy rate ang hinahanap ko ngayon before I scale it a little higher. 1.94, ganda entry ng IDC. Let us review that again. 194. Oo. Siguro I'll wait around 190. So 190 siguro. But it's an area, so tingnan natin. So yan eh. You have your key level there. Oo. Sakto, sakto. Yeah, abangan natin yan. Good, good. Hindi ko na pala kailangan ng screener. You guys are there. Saan na ba yun? Balik tayo sa stocks. What indicators are you guys using? Ang saya. Tsaka YouTube also keeps you guys entertained, especially for Benjamin. You have the luxury of time right now. So right after the market closes, you can do, just continue whatever you're doing because Benjamin is also starting to review stocks. And it entertains you throughout the day. Sobrang walang downtime. Diba? Ako, I make it a habit. Ako, sobrang busy sa work. Pero I make it a point talaga, kahit gaano nakalate, you'd notice my videos are like around 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, kasi it's my commitment to myself. We can only be good at what we do if there's consistency. That's how we form our skill. Like Benjamin has been in the world of trading since 2008. Feeling ko sobrang galing na nito. Yes. Sobrang na mga build-up ko sa'yo. Alam mo yun, parang andun ka lang, may farm ka lang someday, tapos andun ka lang sa farm, like trade, and then you take a video of a day in the life, right, of a retired trader, a retired, a retiree, and a stock market trader. Ang ganda nun. Parang na-review na natin halos lahat. No? Globe. Sideways si Globe. 24. Oh, kasing taas pa rin. Sakto lang siya. Saktong moves lang siya. Oh. Hindi siya talaga ever na-apektuhan that much. Quickly recovered right after the March lockdown. And then just stabilized here. And for Globe, this could be it. Around the 2,100 level. One of the good paying ones as well, right? 24 times 4 divided by 2,140. 4% lang pala. Mas maganda yung pinakita mo sa akin, IDC. Bet ko yan. Di naman, bago ako sa technicals, I use MA20, MA50, and MA100. After trading, I do the PSEI summary. Chart Fibonacci, ma'am, good for catching bounces. Oh, I sometimes mix that when I when I do my insights. I sometimes add Fibonacci retracement just to validate. Ang ganda pag kasi di nagsusupport resistance ka ng ganyan. Lalagay mo siya ng ganyan. Tapos when you do the Fibonacci retracement, and Fibonacci retracement validates the area and it lands almost at the same line where you plot, when I plotted it, it feels good. Kasi parang lakas maka yun, it validates the accuracy of your of your technical analysis. So Benjamin is using the moving averages. May sinasabi silang AOTS, alignment of the stars. When MA20 is higher than MA50 and MA100, that's a sure validation that we are in an upward movement. My confluence po, opo. Yun. Alam mo, I'm not very good with those terminologies. Lance, what's your favorite indicator? We have silent viewers. You guys are very much welcome to join our chit chat here. Take a look at the other stocks. Tingnan natin si Picor. Kumusta na ba to? It's declining. Sideways pa rin. Walang volume yata to. 95 trades. Sideways, 3.04. Is the support, 3.03. We need a good catalyst here. Wala eh. Still. MA lang po. Okay. Yeah, very powerful yung MA. Favorite ko MA20 eh. Emma. Nice. Lance, how many years have you been trading in Super Rookie? And how's your journey so far? Ma'am, ano opinion ninyo sa preferred share like SMC2C? SMC2. I haven't really explored this. 150. If you're looking at dividends here, Consistent siyang namimigay, oh. 150 times 4 divided by 78. 7%. Nice then. This is already a good. If you're able to trade this, I haven't really traded this. I have not bought anything from SMC2C. Consistently, this has been giving out dividends since 2016. Good, and probably another good source of passive income here. Syempre, it would be good if you can, if this stock continues to move higher, but at least you have income for the dividend, and then when it gains, right? You entered at 78.50 and then it goes higher like in the next 3 to 5 years, and when you exit, gain ka. So you had your passive income, and then value stock. Yung term nun? Value investing. Yun. Yeah, totoo. Okay. Nahuli ko yung drop po. Timing lang. Oh, wait lang. Punta muna ako kay Thomas. Since March lang po, sakto na-approve March 19 account. Ayun, so, ang ganda pala ng pasok mo lahat. Nahuli ko yung drop po, timing lang. Ang ganda lahat kasi drop yun eh. So, good job. Siguro if you were able to pick a really good company and you just hang in there, ang laki ng potential, ang laki ng income. Okay ang SMC2C. I have some investments there and it gives very good dividends. Oo nga, ang ganda din. Ang ganda din. Lucrative. Passive income, no? So, lagay natin let's say, how much monthly income are you happy at? Lagay natin, if you're happy at 50K, 50,000. Okay ha? Wait lang. 50,000. If you're happy to earn 50,000 every month, okay? Times mo yan by 12. You need a passive income that's worth 600,000. So how much do you need to have a passive revenue of 600,000? Try natin to. Kung ang 10 million mo ba, pag mag-earn siya ng 10% per year, meron kang 1 million. 1 million mo, divide mo by 12, 83. So, ang 5 million mo, pag mag-gain ka ng at least 10% per year, divide mo by 12. Ayan, mga 41,000. So, kailangan mo ng nasa 5 million at kailangan mo mag-earn ng 10% per year. Right? 5 million. Pero kailangan talaga 10% per year. So, pag mag-invest ka in stocks that give out, I think around 6-7%, 3% na lang, kailangan profitable yung trades mo. Kumaga, let's say 50% of your portfolio goes to dividend-paying stocks, and you rely on these stocks for passive income, and then 50% of your portfolio goes to your trading. Kailangan at least may 3 to 5% gain ka. Pero mukhang realistic naman eh. 3 to 5% gain ka. At least. in your 5 million para meron kang around 40,000. Preferred, unlike the common, have no voting rights but are preferred as to dividends. The dividend rate is 8%, net is 7.2, but YTM is about 6%. It will mature in 2022. In 2022, value investing as per Benjamin. Yeah, Benjamin, I'm looking into it, suggested by a friend, but I don't know about preferred shares. Preferred, unlike the common, have no voting rights. Yeah, importante yung dividend. Wala naman tayo masyado pakialam sa voting rights. Pag-ibig MP2 is about 6% based on 2019 performance. Principal is fully guaranteed by the Philippine government and does not have any final tax on interest. And yeah, that's another one that's also looking promising. Dami nilang good videos about it. And also, ganda rin ng performance in the past few years. I don't know lang ngayon how it's going to pan out kasi medyo affected naman lahat. But if kahit 6%, okay na rin yun, no? Yeah. So right now, for me, like my perspective is 50-50. 50% on stocks that are paying good dividend, and then 50% for stocks that I can trade. But one thing's for sure is the consistent habit of really hustle. Do the hustle right now while we're still young. Um, Aggressive targets for your savings. Put everything here in the stocks, and then by that time, when our skill level is already in the advance, tapos may dividend ka, magandang setup. Depends on income of Pag-ibig that year. May dependency ba siya, Benjamin? I have not really explored it. I can research that for you guys. Pero siguro it depends sa mga kung saan nila nilalagay yung... Let's check that out. Hindi pa tayo baka kasi ano tayo eh. Hindi ba tayo ma-copyright? MP2. MP2 investing. Ayun si Marvin Germo meron. Gano'n ba katagal yung video niya?
In this video, a lot of shifts go to
Yeah, Marvin Germo has a video on that. Interest in Pag-ibig MP2 is based on the fund's performance and is not guaranteed. The principal is guaranteed. This is better than most investments. How young are you po? Me? I'm 39. Check out some ano tayo ng ano Pag-ibig MP2 Pag-ibig MP2. How to invest for students of W. Dami namang good resource for Pag-ibig. This is the best time to invest in Pag-ibig MP2. Yeah. Ayun, probably Lance is asking all of us, how young are we? And do we have a family? Ako, I have a kid, one kid, and I have a family. What about you guys? And what's good kasi kung magbabasa ka ng mga posts sa Facebook and Instagrams, you'd notice people who are into the stock market are already starting to become younger and younger. For my in my analytics, I see an average. The biggest um, volume is when it's in the 24 to 35 years old. These are the people who are mostly viewing my videos. So I would assume the majority currently are in that range. There are a lot of investors, young investors now. Trading, could be trading. Ayun, isa ka pala sa kanila. 23 years old. Imagine kung nag-start ako at 23, siguro sobrang galing ko na ngayon. So really good job. I have one wife and a son. Yun. So di ba, Benjamin, look at Lance. Lance is only 23. So if only I started really young, pero hindi naman ako nagsisi because my investment at your age, I first got my house. So that's my investment, very first investment. And sobrang good move because the value of the houses right now, of the one I bought, really tripled in value. And my monthly amortization is like one third of the rent of the other people. So really it pays to start investing really young. So I was not in the stock market back then, but I made sure that I had the house. Yeah, but when did you start trading or investing, Thomas? Yun, how was trading back then, especially kay Benjamin? Yan sa real estate po, ma'am. Yeah, so you also started in real estate. Yeah, kasi first of all, wala akong bahay back then. And I wanted to have a house of my own. And I didn't get at a very, sa major city, outskirts ng Manila, sa Cavite. At least the price back then was really cheap or sakto lang. And good thing I had that move because pag-ibig, very, very affordable. So right now, migrating to this another venue. 23 is very good age to start since learning how to save and invest should start at a young age. Yeah. So very good ka dyan. Good job ka talaga dyan, Lance. Imagine, it only takes, I think, on your third year, the first 3 years, you will have some ups and downs in your trades, but you will establish your momentum to mga 2 years, 3 years. Sobrang galing mo na yan. Are you into flipping po? No, I just like buy and sell houses. Wala pa akong budget ng ganyan. I just bought my house and I live in it. So tinitingnan ko nga ngayon is looking into properties for agricultural purposes sa province naman. So that could be another direction. Business, because although I consider myself at the height of my career, a good position with people under me. The pay is okay naman, hindi naman sobrang laki, hindi naman sobrang liit, pero sobrang sakto lang. but I don't see myself working for a long time. I want to migrate into the business entrepreneurial kind of thing. I want to head towards that direction, live in my own terms. And I can go back to my province and start doing that there. Yun, totoo yan. What you should do first is to have an emergency fund 6 times your salary. Yeah, I agree. Kaya hustle-hustle muna tayo ngayon. We cannot just when I make major decisions, sobrang kinakalculate ko talaga muna yan. All areas, all possibilities. Ang hirap pag ang downside lang when you are Lance, malaki mo ba kita sa YouTube? So as you can see, eto, realistic to ah. So at least I can also give some guidance if you want to venture into YouTube. I have 2,100 followers, right? Tapos, 2,100 followers. If you're going to go to socialblade.com, ang liit lang. If you're going to look at this pang, punta tayo dito. Just in case, you're curious kayo. So if you want to know what is the possible or potential revenue of one person, of a YouTuber, you go to Social Blade. And this is public. If you are already searching my channel here, you'd know. You know, $28. $28 possible revenue in 30 days. Sobrang liit. Kasi 2,100 pa lang yung subscribers natin. Pero, for example, si Marvin Germo, and this is a popular YouTuber. Tingnan natin, asan sila. Si Marvin Germo, parang in one day, nakakatatlong videos yata ginagawa nito eh. $1,000, kahit 50% na lang, kasi very extremes yung projection ni Social Blade. $2,800, kahit mag 1,000 na lang siya dyan, you can get 50,000 pesos in a month. Pero his followers, he has 147,000 subscribers naman. So, hopefully someday we could gain that kind of network. But when are we going to start? We gotta start somewhere. That's why we're doing this. First of all, we want to. This is a strategy, right? A strategy to document or do our journaling, right? At the same time, of course, I get to meet you guys virtually. Masaya kasi, masaya siya if you're going to look at it as, for entertainment purposes as well. So that's the answer, Lance. Kita mo, at 2,100 followers, possible income per month is just $28. So my port crash in March. Oh, kumusta? How's the update? Were you able to recover, Thomas? Oh, good. Kasi ang popular stock kasi Mary Morton dito, no? Oo. Pwede. Good suggestion, Lance. Mag-YouTube ka na rin. We'll support you. Ako, I always watch Benjamin's video. He's just starting, pero andun din, consistent din naman siya every day. Right, Benjamin? You always record every day. And I like that he also drops by my channel. So, healthy we support one another. Ayan guys, halak ka. 1:47 na. Sige, I think I'm gonna wrap up because it's getting late. thank you guys for spending your Saturday with me in the past 2 hours and a half. I really enjoyed our chit chat today, and I hope you subscribe to my channel and continue to watch our future videos. And I'd love to review some of the stocks that you will be requesting. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and bye bye for now.